Thanks for joining me in part 2 of A Winter's Journey, which covers all of my travels from October 2023 to May 24. This video covers just a tiny slice of my adventures. Check out my channel for individual videos of many of the places I visit and explore. For example, we start this video in October in a remote part of Utah in 9 Mile Canyon and the Wedge, and both have individual videos about the area with hikes in slot canyons and more. For the past 8 winters, usually in November, I've dropped off the Colorado Plateau and headed down into the Sonoran or Mojave Desert during the coldest months of the year, much as nomadic tribes did before they started to farm the lands and build permanent structures. I do this because living in a van with no good source of heat and no insulation is extremely hard to do in areas where the temperatures are often below freezing much of the winter and at times even reach sub-zero. I know this because I've done it, and in 2010 I got so sick I said never again.
Life's a vacation. I guess that I will never settle down.
But I have to be honest, after 8 winters of hanging in the desert, I'm growing a little weary of it. I guess I prefer hiking in more interesting terrain, such as the mountains or the Red Rock Canyons of Utah. Perhaps you, my followers, can offer up some interesting places I can go and hike down in southern Arizona, should I return there next winter. I have, of course, found a few hikes, such as along the San Andreas Fault and Kofa National Wildlife Refuge and Muggins Mountain Wilderness, but these types of places seem far and few between and are often challenging to access. Oh, and by the way, I have videos on all of those, so be sure to check out my channel. This is tens of millions and billions and trillions of fish bones. This entire thing is fish bones. Okay, I'm out here walking in the desert. This is where your mylar balloons end up. They don't go to heaven. They end up littering the wilderness. There's a pair of eyes watching me over there. And here we are. Oh, whoa! What? What is that? Wow. Some sort of dam or something? It's got a roof on it. Wow. Oh, amazing. Look at that canyon. Whoa. I came across an ocotillo garden. How beautiful they are. This vibrant green. These mountains are beautiful from a distance, but when you get up close, they are very impressive. In the past, I've also spent time at some of the gatherings, such as the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous and Schoolypalooza. But as these gatherings have grown in size, they have become too big and crowded for my taste, and for some, it's become necessary for them to become organized groups in order to meet the rules and laws set forth by the BLM. Additionally, I often feel very much out of place in these gatherings, especially since marijuana was made legal. It's such a huge part of American culture, and since I don't smoke or ingest pot, I often find myself sitting on the sidelines, very much the odd one out.
Wake up together, embracing each day. Sunsets I see, show us the way.
I'm just here, camped at the end of the road, away from the madding crowd, and there's one other person over there. I'm seeing more and more and more of this kind of stuff out in the desert, and it seems to me like it's becoming the latest form of graffiti. Okay, so I just came across a road right here, and apparently it leads to Lucky Day Mine, which is right over there. May as well go and check it out. Looks like most of these old canisters are primarily used as target practice now. I'm going that way. Well, so far I've come a little over 2.5 miles, so by the time I get back I would have got 5 miles in, and I'd say that's a pretty good walk. And so this year I avoided most of the gatherings and found myself alone way more than was probably healthy for me, with a couple of exceptions when I met with friends outside of the gatherings. Being alone as much as I am isn't my first choice, so if I return next year, maybe I'll make a concerted effort to find some groups, such as hiking groups. If you know of any such groups that meet down south in the winter, please drop me their info in the comments below. Also, I've spent endless hours looking for a winter job that I think would be interesting, but so many of them expect way too much for next to no pay. Since I don't have a pension to supplement my income, I need to work for real money. Working for nothing simply isn't an option. Have you ever stared into a starry sky?
watch the small kids kicking can that ain't much kicking.
Happy and broke, or rich and miserable?
Happy and broke.
There you go. What do you think, guys? Okay, we have a winner. The 2024 Queen of the Gypsies goes to Miss Butterfly! Yay!
Community. Hey, so I came out again to see if I could see the tortoise again. Nice cloudy day, so I'm actually exploring more because it's not too hot. I'm not as close as I look. I am zoomed in. This concludes part 2 of a winter's journey. In part 3, I leave the desert southwest and travel overseas. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and visit the description beneath this video for more information. And if you feel like treating me to a cup of coffee, it sure helps. Thanks a lot. Happy trails.